What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Near Protocol today. It is the second day of June. And here we are sitting here at about $2.72. Hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you all for being here. We got about 10 and a half hours left in the day. Let's get into this, okay? Near is doing some fierce stuff. We moved up about 13% yesterday with pretty decent volume, too. I know that overall it looks like it's decreasing, but the thing is, from these lows here, your volume actually increased. And it's important, the distinction there. Yes, it looks like it's decreasing overall, but from the breakout point, it actually increased. On a daily basis, it might not be as obvious. Let's look at the short-term stuff, right? 1 hour time frame, for example. You can see here, volume is actually picking up. It's increasing. You can see it on the histogram. It's increasing as you're moving up. That's a good thing. That's what you want to see in a move that breaks out of a downtrend. That's what you want to see. So this is a staging area for what could possibly and likely be higher prices. I do believe Near is about to go above these highs. Now, it is possible that we test, we get a double top and we reject, we get a lower high, we reject, we get a slightly higher high, we reject. Any of those are possible. We'll go over those scenarios and what we're looking for to confirm that we are continuing higher and what it might mean if we do continue higher, where the price could go, because Near could very well be on a path that takes it to like $3.30 or something around there, okay? Let's look at the 1 hour time frame and we'll zoom out. We'll talk about that stuff, that exciting stuff in just a second, okay? So the 1 hour time frame here, again, volume came in on the pump, and as you've been consolidating, volume has died out. So volume's dying out. Typically, after your volume dies out, that's whenever you break out, right? That's whenever you see a little breakout move. So relative to this, it's not a bull flag, but I assume we could treat it somewhat like a bull flag, right? These moves do like to move symmetrically to some degree. From a low here to a high there, from a low there to a high there, that would take us above $3, and that would take you just above this high, setting you up potentially to find resistance in a double top kind of scenario. Yes, that is possible. We look at our indicators here. The RSI, in my opinion, looks very bullish. Very bullish. Higher lows, higher highs. You got very deep into the overbought zone. You did reject the overbought zone here. This, let me just say, this is a bearish thing. What you did right here was very bearish with the RSI, but you took that very bearish thing. You got technically higher lows on a closing basis. You got lower lows on the RSI, higher lows overall, but lower lows relatively speaking. That's hidden bullish divergence, and you're moving up. So you took this bearish end of trend thing, you didn't sell off, and now you're moving up. You actually look really good here, and I wouldn't be surprised if Near really was on a path that would take it above $3 from here. However far, but still above $3. Stochastic's looking bullish. The MACD, clearly very bullish overall. Something that you can observe here, even on the 1 hour time frame. This is true of any time frame, this kind of pattern dynamic. We've got these lower lows. They taper off, and they're just continuing to taper off here, right? It's like a rounded bottom. If you see anything like this, it's not a guarantee. Nothing is. But man, let me put it in a different way. Here you rejected. Here you rejected. Here, whenever you found resistance, you rejected. Here, whenever you found resistance, in this same kind of lower high fashion, you didn't really reject. You came back up. Something different is going on. Here, you got a lower low, lower low. Here, from that rejection point, you got a lower low. Here, from that rejection point, you got a lower low. Here, from this rejection point, you got a lower low. But here, from this rejection point, you didn't. And you didn't really reject, did you? Something different is going on. This is a sign, if you didn't go long at the bottom and you went long here, you still killed it. You still did really well. Just some food for thought. And then in that essence, even from down here, this isn't necessarily saying that we're going to go to new highs. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But at least some type of retracement from a high to a low could be expected. I mean, we went right to the golden ratio. It's a perfect, very perfect move. Very easily foreseeable move. You don't always have setups like this, but let's see if we can find another example real quick. Kind of, right? Similar idea here. You're moving down, right? And you start to kind of round out. You go from rejecting, rejecting, rejecting here to now your rejection is giving you a higher low. And you're coming back up. Something different is going on. You might not have caught the overall move, but you could still catch some of it, right? This consolidation even kind of reminds me of this consolidation. I really wouldn't be surprised. And then we zoom out, we look at this even further, getting away from the short-term stuff. it looks like we have a bull flag, right? Overall, that's what this looks like. You pair that in conjunction with that 1 hour curvature, it's just a bullish situation that you could have foreseen before the actual breakout happened. So um, really good, really good looking chart in my opinion for near here. With that volume coming into, see if you had a move like this and the volume wasn't there, I would not really be as excited about it, but I think it looks good, man. I think it looks good. Even if you didn't have volume, you could still move up. Anything can happen, but looking at the RSI on the 4 hour, you rejected the overbought zone a little bit, but you're finding support at the 60. This thing looks robust. Stochastics look great. The MACD, very bearish down here. Then you crossed above the 0. Very bullish now, guys. It's like a false cross below the 0. You crossed bearish thing. You didn't do bearish things. You just held flat and then you moved up. This is very bullish, guys. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we saw something on the lines of a bull flag measure move here, which is crazy to think about because you might even be going above $4 with that. Wow. 444. We're going to check out the logistics for that in a second. I'm going to put a line up there just to keep our eyes set on the prize there. I'm not quite there yet, but if this is a bull flag and if it is respected as such, yeah, sure. I mean, 440, 445, somewhere in there, that could happen. High to low here, we take this. You know, you've got the primary target zone 322 to 356. This will be the first area that we look at. I'm not considering this until we're above 356, right? Till then, or until I see more reason to believe that. Okay, maybe we'll get more if we're zooming out and we're looking at other things. But the target area that I have in mind right now is 322 to 356. Okay, that's my opinion at the moment. And yeah, things check out, man. Things look good. So we look at near here. We take the high from March of 2024 to the low of February 2026. And look at that, man. That measure move actually takes you right at the very top end of the golden ratio. Now, the measure move, this white line here, this white line, this white dotted line, is the measure move of the bull flag, remember. Measure moves are ideas. They're not prophecy. Okay? It's not something that has to happen or that will happen. You can fall short of that idea. You can exceed that idea. That idea might happen exactly as expected, and that's perfect every time it happens. But the golden ratio from your relative high to relative low is right there at this range of about 367 to $4.32. It might be hard for you to exact that measure move. Not only that, but we take the high here to the low here of that little pivot, your 1272, 1618 area comes in line directly with these points of resistance and right there with this golden ratio. It's going to be hard to get above 364 is what I'm saying. So right now, 271, I have zero problem calling for prices at 320 to 364 because we have prior resistance, prior support there. It makes sense that we might go there, and we look like we've got the momentum, we've got the oomph to back it up. But let's just wait and see. Okay, let's wait and see if we can get anything higher than that. That's the expectation. I do think we're going higher. That's the call. I'm going to stick with it. Overbought in the weekly RSI, stochastics, MACD. It all looks good. The MACD actually might be at a point of resistance, but even though it's at a point of resistance, you could still come up, wick, and then come down. I mean, we've seen crazy wicks before, right? Like last week, we had a pretty crazy wick. If we were to move up here, close here, maybe wick up here and then come back down, you know, something like that, got some volatility, this MACD could still reject the 0. That is a bearish signal. Your RSI would be overbought. You might need to reset. Stochastics are overbought. You might need to reset. But being in these overbought territories, we do look for continuation typically. So the end of the move is coming. I just don't think it's here yet. So that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, leave a like, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.